So welcome everyone to Got a Degree Now What? I'm Darren Majak, the Community Sub-Council Chair for ENGGYAC. This event has been a long time coming, and it's been a lot of moving parts for both ESS and for ENGGYAC. So excuse the awkwardness of the online platform, as this is a new platform for all of us trying to figure it out. So as you can see, this is quite a robust platform, and there's a lot that's going to be going on throughout the evening. And before we get started, I just want to recognize that the University of Alberta is situated on Treaty 6 territory, the traditional lands of First Nation and Métis people. So as I said at the top, this event is really a collaboration between ENGGYAC and ESS. So if you don't know what ENGGYAC is, it's the Engineering Young Alumni Council. And ESS is, most of you students should know, it's the Engineering Student Society. And we're sponsored by TD Insurance tonight. So thank you to everyone for all the support. In a few moments, we're going to be hearing from Joey, who is the president of ESS, and from Zion, who's the chair for ENGGYAC, and hopefully the dean, if we can figure out some technical difficulties on our end. Tonight we have over 30 alumni here to share their experiences with hundreds of students. I'm seeing more and more are trickling in. So all of the alumni here come from many different backgrounds and industries and have quite a bit of experience. So we have 7 different rooms, breakout rooms to choose from tonight. Feel free to jump between them, and I will kind of get into the details of that after we hear from, I'll give it off to Zion, who's the chair for ENGGYAC. So Zion, do you want to say a few words?
Sure, thanks Darren. And I just want to confirm you can hear me okay. If you can hear me, you can throw something in the chat, but I'm going to continue on anyways. So again, thanks Darren for the introduction. I'm Zion, and I am the chair of ENGGYAC. I'm also here tonight as a panelist, so excited to be here for both, and great to see so many people logging on, and the number keeps going up. So I want to talk about my role as the chair of ENGGYAC. I got this opportunity to lead about 23 volunteers who are all young alumni from Engineering at Alberta. Young alumni is a term that we like to use to represent folks who graduated within the last 10 years. Currently, about 1/3 of all the living Engineering at Alberta alumni, they're under the age of 35. And this proportion of this number is only growing. So with ENGGYAC, our hope is that we can connect more and more of this alumni. And within our team, we're hoping to get them from a few different angles. We're divided into 5 different sub-councils: community, ENGGYAC, which is our young alumni speaker series, networking, professional development and mentorship, and a women diversity sub-council. So together, ENGGYAC aims to both identify and also create opportunities to grow, connect, and serve the engineering community. And we like to start with our Engineering at Alberta young alumni. So we believe that Engineering at Alberta, the experience that you got there, it's so uniquely founded in community, and the sense of camaraderie that you get during your program, it shouldn't suddenly stop when you leave the U of A. We believe that through ENGGYAC, we can continue that experience on and really build your experience as a young professional and a young alumnus. So this past year, like for every other organization, we've been presented with a lot of challenges. I believe this virtual event kind of demonstrates how well people can adapt and how people's desire to stay connected will always persevere. This event is also ENGGYAC's first collaboration with ESS, and we're excited to have, as of yesterday, over 200 registered attendees comprised of students, new grads, and alumni. I'm not sure what the number is right now, but I'm sure it's getting close to that 200 mark. So one benefit of our virtual delivery is that location no longer matters. Tonight, we have folks logging in from all over the world. This includes all across Canada, the United States, Bangladesh, China, India, Iran. Japan, and the UAE. And I think it's been great to see that our reach is so widespread, and also goes to show you the impact around the world that young alumni and Engineering at Alberta grads have. So now I'd like to specifically thank TD Insurance. TD Insurance, as you know, as Darren mentioned, is our key sponsor. They're a generous sponsor to ENGGYAC, and they really allow events like this to be possible. TD Insurance is a longtime partner of the U of A and to engineers all across Canada. I encourage you to check out TD Insurance in their Expo booth and find out all the ways that TD Insurance supports our engineering community. So finally, I want to thank you all for taking the time tonight to show up, whether you're prospective or new grad or young alumnus. If you haven't heard of ENGGYAC, I encourage you to connect with us on LinkedIn or Instagram, but find some way to come reach out. So back to you, Darren.
Awesome, thank you, Zion. So before we move on, unfortunately, Dean Fraser cannot join us this evening. He's having technical difficulties. Even the Dean of Engineering is not immune to, our video calls and video chat difficulties. I know this whole time has been very interesting for myself, working through this pandemic. So next up, we'll talk to Joey, who is the ESS president, and he's going to talk about ESS and how ESS has really been a part of this event and all of what they do for the engineering students. So Joey, take it away.
Thank you, Darren. Hello, everyone. As said, my name is Joey Mathieson, and I'm the president of the ESS. The ESS, we provide a ton of events and services to our students, and as well as advocate for undergraduate students in student governance. You can find out a bunch about what we're doing. Currently, we do a variety of social events and academic and professional development type events, as well as a ton of stuff behind the scenes with the different student groups. But you can check us out and other student groups at the Expo. But I just want to thank all the panelists and moderators for volunteering their time. I think this is such a valuable event for students. That's the thing we hear all the time is students want to connect with engineers and alumni and people actually with some good industry experience and have done what they have. So I think this is an amazing way to support our community. I've attended a ton of events in my time at U of A, and I don't think I've ever seen an event with so much knowledge and talent present. So students, I think you'll get a ton of value from this, and I encourage you to try and stay engaged during the event. And not only that, but take some of the advice you hear tonight and try and take action on it over the next few years. So Darren approached me months ago with this idea and said he wanted to collaborate with the ESS right away. I knew it would be a great idea, but I was shocked to see that hundreds of students eagerly signed up and more than 30 alumni with some amazing backgrounds volunteered. So the scale of the event's outstanding, and I think it really does come down to that idea Darren had and all the hard work he's put in. I don't think I can take a ton of credit here. I have to thank a lot of the members of the ESS and some of the other student leaders in our community that will be moderating the panels. And of course, there's been a ton of work behind the scenes between Darren, Zion, and James and Tori Dance for putting this together. So thank you all connecting us students with your incredible network of alumni. And finally, I'd just like to thank the Faculty of Engineering, the Engineering Young Alumni Council, and TD Insurance for making this event possible. Truly think that this is going to have an impact on our community. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Joey and Zion. Yeah, so I'll just like to thank everyone from our panelists to our student volunteers who have really stepped up and are here to share their experience with you. Like I said, there's people from all walks of life, all backgrounds. We really tried to put panels together that have a wide variety of not only professional experience, but personal backgrounds. So we have people that are in very traditional engineering roles and people that are in untraditional engineering roles. So that's kind of where we got the title of the event. You got your degree, and some of you will be graduating very soon. So now what can you do with that degree? And I think that all these panels can really show you all the different possibilities. So right now is when Fraser was supposed to talk, but he couldn't figure out the video or something. So unfortunately, he won't be. He was looking. He has a blessing for this event, and he was really looking forward to join. So that's too bad, but stuff happens. So before I get into the layout of the evening, I would just like to take this time right now to tell any of the moderators or the panelists that are still on the main stage to go and set up in the sessions so that you can be all set up and ready for students to join. And that will just be on the, it should be, I'm just thinking my directions, the left side panel of your screen. So before all the students leave, I would just like to give a kind of overview of what the evening holds. So tonight we have 7 different panels with over 30 different alumni. So students have a lot of expertise and wisdom to learn from tonight. We have Civil Room A, which is focused on structural and construction engineering. And then we have Civil Room B, which is environmental and geotechnical engineering. And then Mechanical A, which is non-traditional and robotics. And then there's Mechanical B, which is energy. And then there's chemicals and materials. And then there's 2 different rooms for electrical computer. The first one is technology and research, and the second one is energy and consulting. So if any of those rooms interest you, or more than one interests you, feel free to jump between them and move around. You won't be disrupting. Just don't be trying to request to share your video if you're jumping around. And feel free to type any questions that you have for the panelists in the chat, and the moderators will do their best to get them answered for you. And then open throughout the event tonight is the expo. It was open at 4:30. It's open till I believe 7:30 tonight. So there's over 29 different clubs there. Our sponsor, TD Insurance, has an expo booth there. And the Engineering Employment Center also has a booth there. So that has all their contact information, their website, their socials, and everything. So check that out. After the breakout rooms are done, there is a great tab that will be on the left called Networking. And in that tab, you can basically meet one-on-one with other students. I know right now we're all been learning and working from home, so it has been a difficult time socially. So that's a great way to kind of meet with people and share your experiences and maybe share what you learned tonight. So beyond that, I'd just like to say another thank you to all of our panelists this evening, to our volunteer moderators, for TD Insurance, Dean Forbes, even though he's not here, Joey and Zion. And also James, who's working in the back end right now, trying to solve all of our problems, technical and otherwise. So big shout out to him, he's from the faculty, and thank you for all that support. So thank you all for coming, and enjoy the panels. You can find them all on the right-hand side under sessions, and you can go find the room that speaks to you, and have a great evening. Thank you.